G'day, I'm Lady Diversity. I'm a ladybug.
Hello, I'm a blue-banded bee.
A blue-banded bee is very important for the native garden. It's the only one that can pollinate these flowers, isn't it? And it doesn't even sting. We're guardians of the garden, guardians of the bush garden. And then we go to the other one. We're here at the Easter show and we've been teaching people all about how to take care of the bush. You've got a bush friendly background. Do you have native flowers at your house? Yeah. You do? Oh, look at all the guardians of the garden.
I want to know, can you stick your tongue out like a blue-tongued lizard?
How many animals have you found in this garden?
I found this one.
What's that one called?
A bird.
That one's called a wren. We're going to go and find ourselves some bush care volunteers. Come on, let's go. Oh, there's some information that they're showing the people how to get involved with bush care.
All you have to do is you call up the council, you say, hello, I want to plant a tree, I want to get rid of the weeds. They say, come down this weekend, have a great time.
And they do have a good time. Let's go and ask them about it. Oh, look, there's one. This one's a beauty. Excuse me, we want to talk to a bush care volunteer. Do you love the bush, mate?
Oh, I don't just love it. I breathe it. I lick it. And sometimes I even dive into it.
Now there's a man that really loves the bush with a passion, eh?
Watch the current turn into a stream, busting through the seams and tearing down the concrete and bending down the steel in a raging that is real. Tear torrent you can feel the thunder growing, thunder underground.
I am Lady Diversity. I have gifts of oxygen, homes, habitat and food. And all the native wildlife.
And the wildness in my soul, and for once in life.
Remember, I'm going to ask somebody to come up and tell me 3 reasons why it's good to have a native garden. Come on then, mate. What's your name?
Mine's called Jordan.
Lovely to meet you, Jordan. Now, what's 3 reasons why it's good to have a native garden, mate?
Feed the birds.
Very, very good.
Feed the lizards.
It's good for the lizards.
And you've got to look out for the redback spiders in the garden.
Very good.
There was a redback on the toilet seat. When I was there last night, I couldn't see him in the dark, but boy, I was right on the bum. Ah!
There's a strange wildlife in this garden. Oh no, he's a bush volunteer. What do you have here?
I have a little possum. I'm a volunteer so that I can make sure that there's always going to be trees for possums to live in.
Is there bush care volunteers everywhere or just where you live?
Bush care is everywhere.
I'm a ladybird and I'm not as fussy as that blue-banded bee about where I land. I want to know what's wrong with the weeds anyway.
There's a terrible weed called lantana, and that covers the ground completely, and that blocks out all the light so that the other trees can't grow, the native trees can't grow.
It's about diversity, isn't it?
It's definitely about diversity.
What is fun about bush care?
Well, we pull up weeds, that's a lot of fun.
Who's going to tell me 3 gifts of the garden? Oh my gosh, she's so smart! It gives you a home. And do you know what the special word for home is in the bush? Habitat. Have to have a habitat. Habitat. Have to have a habitat.
What is this one, please?
It's a tawny frogman.
Oh, tawny frog mouse.
What type of thing does that live in?
Trees, and because of their feathers like they are, they're camouflaged and you can't always see them.
What else can you find in the garden?
A ringtail possum.
A ringtail possum. Hey, you know what? I don't think those frogs like sitting on there. Where do you think they really belong? Can you put them in there? You've got to put them in there with lots of love and care. What do you think about all these people doing all this help for the wildlife?
I think it's really special.
We've been hearing about habitat and good food for the native animals. What else can you teach us about the importance of the bush?
So not putting too much nutrient down into the bush, which encourages weeds.
So where do these nutrients come from?
Well, the fertilisers that we put on our gardens.
So if we've got native plants, then we don't need as many fertilisers, do we?
That's the idea.
Oh, Lady Di, I'm learning so much today. I'm learning to get rid of the weeds, to plant the trees, the native trees for the flowers for me, and not to put the fertilizer.
Absolutely.
Thanks to these bush care volunteers, we've got our little son Bluey.
Our little son Bluey. If it wasn't for the bush care volunteers, we wouldn't even have the habitat.
Thank you very much.
We would like to thank you very much, kids and mums and dads and everyone else, for coming on the tour with us to see about bush care.
And what we've learned is that everybody can come and do their bit, make a difference for the bush that we all love, and it's really, really fun to do it as well. See you next time. Bye. Bye-bye.